Today we're going to be talking about the throat chakra. The throat chakra, it is located on the neck, of course. Modern practitioners believe that the throat chakra, it is fully formed between the ages of 29 and 36 years old. The element of the throat chakra is ether, space itself, because it has to do with expansiveness. The phrase of the throat chakra is I speak. The color is light blue. Unfortunately, I don't have a light blue shirt, but I did wear a shirt that had a light blue color. Okay, this will be the color right here. And the throat chakra, it has to do with expansiveness. It has to do speaking your truth, integrity, and self-expression. The name chakra comes from the Sanskrit word wheel or disc, and it really began through the Vedas. They are the oldest religious texts before the Bible. I have explained this in every single video that I do. At the beginning, the Vedas really focused on life force energy and the energy channels in your body, but they didn't really talk about the chakras as we know them today onto the Upanishads text. Here are the physical red flags of having an imbalanced throat chakra. The most obvious one is having a sore throat. A sore throat, yes, it is very common. I completely understand that. But a sore throat that came out of nowhere. Sore throat, maybe you have been at home this whole entire week and I don't know, you have a sore throat. That has to do with your throat chakra. So anything that has to do with your mouth, it could be your teeth, it could be your tongue, it really does not matter, as well as the shoulders, the neck, and if you have thyroid issues. The emotional red flags of having an imbalanced throat chakra, it has to do with having a fear of speaking up for yourself, having a fear of speaking up because you feel that you may be judged, having a difficulty expressing your emotions. And of course, these are things that you should always be aware of, because maybe there are circumstances where you feel ignored for a certain reason. But if this is the common thing that is happening to you, you may have an imbalanced throat chakra. Behavioral red flags of having imbalanced throat chakra is that either one, you talk too much without listening to people, and oh my god, I come across this so many times that I don't understand why people love to talk without just taking a pause of listening to each other, taking a pause. I have always said to people, if we're not communicating back and forth, this is not a communication, okay? You're supposed to say something and gain feedback. But if you're the one that is constantly talking without getting feedback, you may actually have a hyperactive throat chakra. Something else is that you are constantly lying, and I know that you're like, wait, lying, really? I'm like, yes. If you are constantly lying, you're afraid of saying the truth, you may have an imbalanced throat chakra. And lastly, for behavioral signs is that you may be a little bit shy. You may have social anxiety. You just don't want to get involved in the communication because you're just afraid of speaking up. Not because you don't know what you have to say, but just being afraid of speaking up. This is something that I have always struggled with because, of course, automatically when I came to the United States, the first thing everybody notices is like, oh my god, you have an accent, you have an accent, you have an accent. And that became a huge issue for me because I was like, oh wait, now I have an accent. For me, I didn't notice any difference. I just thought, okay, at least I'm speaking the language, right? Mental red flags of having an imbalanced throat chakra is that you are constantly having an issue with trying to find the right words to say. Maybe in your mind it sounds perfect, you understand, you get it, but the moment that you say it out loud, it's like, oh wait, that's not even what you wanted to say because it sounds completely different. Something else too is that you are constantly criticizing yourself. It could be that the way you speak, maybe you talk too fast, maybe you talk too slow, maybe the way that you sound, you don't like it. This is a huge mental red flag that you have an imbalanced throat chakra. You are constantly having difficulty with trying to find clarity in your mind with the language that is happening. What do I mean by that? Maybe there's a lot of information in your mind and you just can't put them all together in a box. You can't understand it. There's lack of clarity in your mind, and therefore you are lacking the confidence to speak it aloud because you yourself are constantly trying to understand mentally what is happening, the language that is happening, the words. Maybe you heard something and then the way that you received it, it was completely different, or maybe the way that you said something, it was not received the right way. Now let's talk about the fun part, the part where you heal yourself. Like I said in every other chakra video, everything is energy, and as soon as you get this done, the better it is for you. Okay, so the first thing that you can do to balance your throat chakra is use a stone. As always, I will always bring it up because stones are extremely powerful. Crystals are often judged because automatically they don't see the results. A lot of people say, I don't see the results, I don't see anything, I don't believe in it. And it's because we have to remind ourselves that where crystals come from, they come from the earth, okay? And the earth itself, it moves very slowly, okay? Very, very slow. That means that the stones will work very, very slow on your body. They dig deeper than anything else, but you will see the effects the more you use them. So a very powerful stone, and I don't see this very often, is apatite. So apatite, it is a throat chakra stone. Apatite is a wonderful crystal for balancing the throat chakra. Known as the stone of communication, apatite enhances your ability to express your thoughts and feelings clearly, boosts your confidence and interactions, and encourages honest dialogue. It is great for reducing social anxiety and promoting truthfulness. Historically, apatite, named from the Greek word apathy, meaning deceit, because it often resembles other gems, was prized by scholars and healers for its vibrant colors and ability to enhance understanding and spiritual guidance. You can meditate with the stone by placing it around your neck area to clear blockages and stimulate energy flow. Incorporating apatite into your routine can help communicate with clarity, confidence, and authenticity. The next thing that you can do to balance your throat chakra is you need to start practicing to speak for yourself. Okay, when we are younger, we are often silenced because we're younger, we don't know any better, blah blah blah, right? But then when we become adults, what happens is that we don't know how to speak for ourselves because we couldn't even do it from the beginning, right? So what I always recommend is that take things slow, but you have to speak for yourself because nobody else will do it for you. And this is extremely important when it comes to your job, when it comes to friendships. For instance, I often say it is very hard for people who have an imbalanced throat chakra to ask for a raise because it requires thinking, it requires words, it requires a lot of effort from your part to be able to get what you want. So the next one is something that is so important, and is breathing. Learn how to breathe. When you start to shoot, okay, your breathing moves the gun up and down. And I know that this is not what you wanted to hear, but this is the best way I can explain it. When you breathe and you don't know how to breathe properly, you're just all over the place. The same thing happens when you do cardio. And a lot of people say, oh my god, because I can't stand cardio. This is why singing a cadence when you're running, it is extremely powerful because you're breathing constantly and you are on the flow, you are in the rhythm. You're not worrying about, oh my god, I'm running, I'm all over the place. It's just breathe when you talk. The same thing was talked about when I was in Toastmasters. They talked about just breathe. Just breathe when you go into the next word. Breathe. For some reason, we forget to breathe when we're talking. We forget to pause. We think that the faster we get there, the better it is. And sometimes the way that we express our words and is all over the place is because we're not breathing. So just breathe. And the last one, like I just said, was singing. So sing in the shower, sing in the car, on the way home. Singing helps you so much because it helps you train your throat chakra. It relaxes you. It gets you, depending on the song too, of course, it relaxes you. But at the end of the day, whether it's a crazy song that is rock or it's a relaxing song, I don't know, maybe jazz or Selena. I love Selena, so this is the first thing I was thinking about. It helps you get comfortable with your throat chakra. Well, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And then now I have a question for you. If your true self can express through words, what would it say?